Agile development is a scam meant to take your money, and here's why. I'm Alex Berman. Smash that like button for more videos like this, and subscribe if you want to see more. Leave a comment, and I'll keep making videos like this. So let's dig in. If you don't know me, I am an AI entrepreneur. Our last SaaS sold for 7 figures called Taplio Tweet Hunter, and now I'm on a mission to document whatever's next. And this is whatever's next right now. I'm building a SaaS company, and I'm just thinking about what I've tried in the past. I've done several different models when it comes to building SaaS companies. The first SaaS we sold was called Simple Apps. It was a little Shopify app that I bought from a fellow entrepreneur, Ryan Kolb, for $1,500, and then we sold it for $6,000 a couple years later. That one was not developed at all. I just bought it, held it, sold it. Easy peasy. The next startup we did was called LeadShark. This one was built with a development agency, and it was built in the Waterfall method. Waterfall is when you create the entire scope of the project up front, so you figure out exactly what you want to build. Then you hire a development agency to build every single thing that you want. You talk to the agency, you sign a contract, and you knock it out. LeadShark ended up costing $70,000 to develop. It was a lead generation database, and we did end up selling that one for a profit. I think we sold it for $110,000. So by buying a business, you pay one amount and you get one software. With Waterfall, you also pay one amount and you get one piece of software. Now compare that to Agile development. What is Agile development? First of all, Agile is when you agree on an hourly rate and then you just have the development team work, and that's it. They're building whatever you agreed upon, but every single month they just have a retainer to build whatever you want. In theory, that should give you a lot more flexibility with your SaaS to be able to pivot around. And it does. But in practice, what happens is while you're pivoting around, you're forgetting about the initial features and you end up spending a lot of money. We've spent close to $200,000 on development for one of the SaaS companies that we have in our portfolio. And the main reason is Agile development. The dev team is on a monthly retainer that gets spent regardless of what they're building. So they build and they build and they build, and the software just gets more and more bloated and nobody wins. The best thing to do is waterfall development, but for the cheapest version of your product that you can think of. I talked about how LeadShark cost us $70,000 in development. The next SaaS that I'm working on in secret, you can get all the info on it at startyoursas.com. The next SaaS that I'm working on in secret is following the waterfall development model. But instead of spending $70,000 on the product, I've boiled the features down. I've talked to designers, I've talked to developers, and I've gotten it down to $3,000. $3,000 for a feature set that's going to be stable enough that we can then sell for, let's say, $99 a month, at which point we can hire the development team if we want to. Will we? I don't know. I think there's something to be said for having developers that will just come in and fix something for an hour or two every month if needed, rather than have a team that is there full time. You'd think a team being there full time would reduce the amount of bugs in the software. I haven't found that to be true. Our waterfall developed hardcore working products work better than products that we've had built Agile. Instead of Agile, you want to do waterfall development, building the cheapest version of your product that you possibly can. The original version of my product was, let's say I wanted to build an entire version of Squarespace plus something else. You know Squarespace, where you could create websites, you could move stuff around, you could do all that. That is not going to be buildable for under $8,000 or for $3,000. I was able to boil it down where instead of building websites, let's say you could just edit titles. I'll give you that as an example. That's not the exact niche. I don't want to reveal the whole niche, but you can do one little thing on the website, and that's doable for $3K, and that is sellable as a SaaS in itself. Not the title thing, although there maybe is a way to do it. I just don't want to reveal exactly what I'm doing right now. Build that version of your product for under $8,000. Then market it until you can make at least $10,000 a month off of that product. No new features until then. Get it solid, get it stable, then market it, sell it, and don't build anything else. People call this the minimum viable product, but it never really hit that way for me. I could never really figure it out until I realized MVP is just a version of your product that justifies its cost. Meaning, if your SaaS is $99 a month, then the MVP needs to make or save users at least $99 a month, if not $999 a month. For example, if you take a SaaS like Wistia, for example, it's embedding videos on your website, a one-feature SaaS. We've talked about this a few times on the channel. The pricing is $24 a month or $99 a month. What do you compare that to? If you want to embed a video on your website normally, you have to pay Amazon Web Service fees, which could be $200, $300, $400 a month. So by using Wistia, instead of spending $200 a month, you're spending $24 a month. And that means you could be a Wistia customer forever, and it never makes sense to host videos on your own site. That's key to this version of your product that you're creating. Your SaaS needs to either save people more or make people more than what it costs them per month for the SaaS. And you might think, how is it possible? How do I spend $3,000 on development and get something that's worth $99 a month? If you do a quick calculation, $3,000 divided by $100 is 30 months. All I have to do, and all you have to do, is give your users access to a tool that cost you $3,000 to make. Because if they wanted to build it themselves, it would cost them $3,000, and all they have to do if they want it now is pay you $100. So they can pay you $100 for 29 months, and it would still be cheaper than if they built it themselves. This assumes you're building a SaaS that delivers some kind of value to your user. Your customer needs to want the feature, of course. So think about that. If your SaaS is $99, then the MVP needs to make or save users at least $99, if not $1,000 a month. And if it's not obvious how your business idea does this, or how it can be built for under $8,000, then you need to stop. Think more about the product, boil it down until it gets to that point, because once you find this, you guarantee your success. You will build a product for $3,000 instead of $30,000 or $300,000, and you'll deliver a product that customers actually want to pay for, which will guarantee your success. If you have a product people will pay for and you built it in a way that is profitable for you, you make money, they make money, everybody wins. And once your software delivers its monthly cost in either earnings or savings, then it just comes down to eyeballs. How do you get as many people as possible in your target market to see this thing as possible? And that's what we'll talk about in future videos. But a lot of the success of software companies comes down to this. How do you build something that's valuable? And how do you do that profitably? So you don't spend $100,000 on development building something that will only sell for a couple thousand. Got any questions about SaaS development? Let me know down below. Business ideas, concepts, any questions you have, happy to answer them either in a future video or down in the comments below. We're also doing a giveaway. The best comment every single month is going to win a special prize. So make sure you not just leave a comment, but leave a good, in-depth, valuable comment. And I'll be sure to read it, start a conversation, and we can keep this party going. Subscribe for more. Thanks for watching. I'm Alex Berman.